Epic Games confirmed their plans to release Fortnite on Android by late September, the traditional end date for summer. Hey, what's up guys, Sin here and welcome back to another mobile Fortnite video. Today I have some more Android news for you guys. It's been a week since I last uploaded a video, so I'm really sorry, and the reason is because my braces are killing me, and I did something with my teeth and it's ridiculously sensitive right now, so whenever I talk it becomes super sensitive and it hurts like. But anyways, I'm gonna try my best to do this video because it's been a week and I'm really sorry. I really haven't uploaded at all. But anyways guys, so I know some of you guys are probably wondering, Sin, what the hell is going on? Last week you told us that the release date is probably going to be somewhere around July. Now you're saying that the release date is probably going to be somewhere around September. And let me explain myself. You heard what I said there? Probably. Alright, I want y'all to pay attention to the terms that I use. Probably, maybe, possibly, I assume, stuff like that. Now here's the reason why I use those terms. The reason is because Epic Games hasn't said any confirmed release dates for Fortnite on Android. So basically, long story short, Epic Games doesn't want to say any confirmed release dates because if they f up, they're gonna have to rush the game and they wouldn't want that. So that's why they're very vague about their answers on interviews. So because of that, the media predicts possible release dates. Now, if you guys are paying attention and you guys are actually watching my videos, you guys will see that on the titles, unless there's official on it, that means that the release date is not confirmed by Epic Games because Epic Games hasn't said anything at all. But anyways, with that being said, guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for even clicking this video. You know, I really appreciate the support. You know, it's been a week since I last uploaded the video and I don't really expect much active viewers now because I've been kind of dead lately. So if you guys would like to see more Fortnite Android news, drop a like in today's video. If you guys are new to the channel, click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell because guys, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be part of the notification gang because if you are, you will be notified for every single video that I upload. And if you guys are one of the early birds, you know, the first few people to comment when my video goes live, guess what? I'm gonna reply to your comment and I'm also gonna heart your comment, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to miss that out. So make sure you become a part of the notification gang. But anyways guys, enough of the chit chat. Let's get to the juicy part of the video. I'm pretty sure you guys have 3 questions along the lines of 1, when is the real release date? 2, why is it on the Switch first? And 3, why is it still not for Android devices? Now, I'm gonna try my best to go in order here, but the thing about answering these questions, they kind of work perfectly, just like one whole thing. But anyways, let's talk about the first question. When is the real release date? Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, Epic Games is very vague with their information. They don't want to release any official release dates because, well, if they mess up and let's say the release date is sometime next week, well, they're gonna have to rush everything and I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't want that. But even though that is the case, we can safely assume that Fortnite on Android is going to come out this summer. Now, let me explain myself here. So basically, if you guys do not know yet, Fortnite is one of the world's most popping game right now. Now, to those PUBG viewers out there, I'm not saying PUBG sucks and Fortnite is better. I'm just saying that Fortnite is just more poppin', if you get what I'm trying to say. So, you know, since Fortnite is really popping right now, I'm pretty sure Epic Games is very smart, and since it's summer right now, I can bet 100% that Epic Games will release Fortnite on Android. 1, because they did say that, and 2, well, it's summer. A lot of people are not gonna be at school, and when people are not at school, what does that mean? People have more time, and when people have more time, that means they're gonna have more time to play Fortnite Battle Royale, which also means Epic Games is gonna be making so much money on skins and battle passes, and overall it's just a big W for them. So yeah, obviously Fortnite is going to be coming out this summer on Android devices because it'd be very stupid of Epic Games to miss this chance, because if Epic Games decides to release Fortnite on Android devices by the time school starts, well, I think that's a big L for Epic Games, because then people will be back to school and they're gonna be more focused getting used to their classes than playing Fortnite on their Android device. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still gonna be people who would play Fortnite on their Android devices, but it won't be as big like if Epic Games were to release Fortnite on Android this summer. So here I have something from an article. Here it says, the Epic Games Battle Royale experience goes from strength to strength with more content and features set to go live later in 2018. Other developers are also trying to emulate the same success for themselves with titles such as Black Ops 4 and Battlefield 5 adding Battle Royale experiences too. This is mainly because Fortnite is now one of the biggest games in the world and its reach is only going to expand this summer. This will be through the new Fortnite Android release, which is set to land before the end of September, which is, again, like what I said earlier, Epic Games is obviously going to be smart and decide to release Fortnite on Android this summer before school starts, because again, they're gonna have more people playing Fortnite on their Android device during this summer because obviously they're not at school and they just have more free time in their hands. That's what Epic Games confirmed in their most recent update on the subject. And while fans were hoping to hear more about the mobile port this week during E3, which is, by the way, E3 happened about 2 weeks ago, so ignore that part, there's nothing to suggest that it won't arrive before October. Another port has been grabbing headlines this week, although not always for the right reasons. While the Fortnite Switch release has been deemed a big success for Epic Games, having already been downloaded by millions of players, it hasn't been without controversy. Now, this brings us to the second question: why is it on the Switch first? Now, here's my opinion on this. This is kind of similar to my video that I uploaded back then where I believe Epic Games is doing some type of deal with Apple where, you know, Epic Games releases Fortnite on iOS devices first, simply because one, it's easier to port, and since there's not much iOS devices, it's going to be easier for Epic Games to optimize those games for Apple devices. And two, it's pretty obvious that Epic Games wants you to play Fortnite on one of the newest devices, which is why they use the iPhone X on their advertisement for Fortnite on mobile. One, because it's one of the newest devices, and two, well, yeah, it's one of the newest devices, and if Apple and Epic Games were to do a deal behind the scenes, it's pretty much a very, very good thing for Apple, because then they're gonna have a lot of people buying the iPhone X, even though the iPhone X is a complete waste of money. So yeah, let's just say maybe Nintendo and Epic Games is doing something similar to that. Don't quote me on this, alright? I'm not saying they are doing something behind the scenes, you know, where Nintendo is like, hey, Epic Games, you know, do a brand deal with us. We'll pay you billions and billions of dollars to make sure you prioritize the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite and make sure you release it on the Switch first before the Android community gets it, you know, Fortnite. Now, it wouldn't be too surprising if Nintendo does something like that. I mean, they can do it, but I don't think Epic Games would probably do something like that, but there's still a possibility. But then again, even if there was a possibility, we can't really blame Epic Games for choosing the Switch port first before the Android port, simply because the Android market is insanely huge. And this brings us to our third question: why is it still not out for Android? So, like I was saying, the Android market is insanely huge. So, since it's insanely huge, that means there's going to be a lot of Android devices. We have Samsung phones, we have OnePlus phones, we have Razer phones, we have freaking BlackBerry phones, we have LG phones, Windows phones. We have so many Android phones in the market, and we know probably about 25, not even 25, 10 to 15% of those phones out there in the Android market are sadly the only ones going to be supported. Now, why, you might ask? Well, it's obviously going to be better if you play one of the most demanding games, Fortnite, on some of the newest phones, because one, they have the newest processors, two, they're able to get their hands on some of the newest operating systems, which is Android Pistachio, and I've talked about this in an older video where Epic Games does plan on releasing Fortnite on Android devices once Android Pistachio is an official thing, and that's what Nick Chester said, the PR manager for Epic Games. Now, I won't talk too much about that because I already made a video on that, but I'll leave a link in the description down below in case I remember. If you guys made it to this part of the video, please remind me in the comment section down below. But yeah, with the newer devices, they have like more storage, more RAM power, more just overall power, you know, like processing power and stuff like that. So that is why it's still not out for Android devices, because there's way too many Android devices. They're all different in their own ways, and unlike the Switch version of Fortnite, the Nintendo Switch is just one thing, you know? It's just one console, and Nintendo made every single Nintendo Switch supposed to be the same thing. Unlike the Android community, you know, the Samsung Galaxy S phones, they're not gonna be the same as the OnePlus phones. The Google phones, they're not gonna be the same as the Razer phones. Like, no. They're all going to be different in their own ways, and it's going to be harder for Epic Games to make sure their game is optimized for Android devices. And another reason why I think Fortnite is still not out on Android devices is simply because other platforms are more prioritized than the mobile community or mobile platforms. Why, you might ask? Well, let's break it down. The PS4 version of Fortnite got 80 million downloads. The Xbox version of Fortnite got 50 to 60 million downloads. And if we're going to include PC, holy cow, I'm not even going to say any estimated amount of downloads, because we already know it's going to be a shit ton. And the Nintendo Switch of Fortnite, I believe on the first day it got released at E3, it has like over 1 million downloads. So even if, let's say, the mobile version of Fortnite, let's say iOS, got more downloads on its first day than the first day of the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite, well, Nintendo Switch, I mean, even though it's mobile because it's portable, it's still a console. So it's part of the console community, and the console community is obviously a lot better than the mobile community because it's just a lot better to game on. I mean, it's not as portable, but then again, you know, it has more processing power, and obviously if you're gonna play games, you're gonna be able to play more demanding games on consoles than on mobile devices. And part of the reason is because even if your console does heat up, it's not like you can technically feel it. Unlike if you're playing on your mobile device, if your mobile device heats up, your fingers are gonna start burning because the screen is on fire. Not literally though. But yeah, that is the ultimately sad truth. Guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this? Are you very salty that the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite came out first before the Android version of Fortnite, when Epic Games talked about Android first before the Nintendo Switch version of Fortnite? So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen the Nintendo Switch Fortnite trailer. I mean, I've seen it myself, and there are a buttload of dislikes. And if you read the comments, there are a lot of angry, salty, triggered Android users, and they're just so mad that the Nintendo Switch got the Fortnite port first. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. I had fun making this video. It's very long, but well, not really. I'm gonna try my best to shorten this video up, but yeah, it's kind of long in my opinion. Usually I'd like to make my videos at least 10 minutes long at most, but I don't know, I just had fun making this video. And also, before we end off today's video, since we're talking about Fortnite Android here, guys, I just want you guys to be safe out there. Guys, there's no official Fortnite Android download, alright? I know I've made videos about it in the past, but those are not the official version of Fortnite on Android devices. It's Fortnite on the PC version, and I'm just mirroring it to my phone, which can be explained as kind of plugging the HDMI cable to my monitor, then to my phone, and basically play Fortnite that way, except without the HDMI cable. We're using Wi-Fi to do this stuff wirelessly and basically play Fortnite on the PC to my Android device. So that method, that's just a way to play Fortnite on Android, but it's not the official Fortnite on Android. So guys, if you guys see any Fortnite Android APKs, please, for the love of God, get your hands off of those. Completely uninstall them from your device. They are very harmful, and you guys wouldn't want your device to have viruses on it. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's lengthy video. Again, I had fun making this video. You guys tell me, do you guys like videos like this with more expressions, I guess? I don't really know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.